Good evening, guys. It's a 4:21 p.m. Today is Thursday, rollover day, and tomorrow also going to be a rollover effect. See, Wednesday, yesterday, I forgot that we had a rollover, so that's why price was doing that kind of behavior, and today also almost it did the similar behavior, just because of rollover. So in fact, I'm going to skip rollover days going forward. I will not trade. So far I have been trading rollover days, but it requires a lot of mental torture, because price does not move the way it's supposed to. It's like a random bounces, fail breakouts, fail breakdowns, all these things, stop outs. So I tried it 2 times today in the morning, and then it worked in my favor, but then it just came back and stop me out. So my stops are not fixed, right? So I move it along with the price. So I did not lose anything. I cut it basically. When I say stop out means, so I made some money, but it's not worth it, So anyway, but crude, I traded crude today, and it was a nice day in crude, So I think those 3 days, rollover future days. So I think June 9th, next one is June 9th, 10th and 11th. Those 3 days I will not trade equities. I will stick with commodities, either gold or crude. But anyway, so today and tomorrow we'll have a rollover effect on the price, right? So ES did come down below 42.60 and buyers were unable to hold above 42.60 as per closing remarks. See, this was a closing remark from yesterday evening when I published the end of the day notes, and NQ below this area, so I want buyers to hold it above both, or sellers to hold it below. So technically sellers were holding below it, right? So sellers were in control, coming into the day, going into the day, and these are the important areas, right? And you can see this area today held it by 4 p.m. again, and this area has a lot of back and forth, and then yesterday's low, so which was around 42.31, we are going to move. So today's levels were for March month, and then starting tomorrow, it will be for June month. Today and tomorrow it is all about this particular level, and you can see it, so morning price went higher, and then it got rejection from here, and then price went all the way down, then it came back up during the closing time and went above it and got stuck into this area, right? So tomorrow also same thing. This are important, and probably this, so we'll see how it moves tomorrow. But it was super garbage today also, even though price, yes, trending higher, but price action wise it was garbage. Okay, NQ, still sellers have a control below this area, and NQ actually stayed below today also. So NQ has more sellers compared to ES, Russell is, I did not look at the Russell today, to be honest, but today's plan was sellers needs to hold below 10.35, and buyers, needs to do opposites. I hope they held it below this area, so you can check. Dow, I did not bother to check. Gold, I did not bother to check today, so you can read the notes and see how it played out. Crude, yes, I traded it. So this area became the high of the day, pretty much 115. So I went long at 112 around maybe 7:30 or 8 a.m. in the morning, and then my target was 115, and I cut it at 114.81, right? So almost 100 ticks or so, right? So $2.81, that is what I got. And then throughout the day I traded crude back and forth, longs and shorts and longs and shorts. Overall I did like 6 trades today, in crude. All of them except one failed, but 5 of them worked out nicely, So let's go here, notes, right? So again, I don't like to even talk about it this kind of days, but okay, I'll talk. So this one, 26 area. So in pre-market we talked about in Discord importance of 26 to 23 area in ES. So there is a line here. Let me draw it. So what we talked about is there could be a bias here of the open, and could be a sellers here just due to the options level. But and then 31 also could be a sellers there. So I said if someone wants to play gamble, they can go long into this area, or they can wait and long and short at 31. If 31 is taken out, then on pullback they can go long at even 31, target 49, 50 area. So those are the couple of scenarios we discussed. But considering rollover, I said I'm not going to do anything, but I'm going to wait. And we also discussed in Discord that today price may behave differently. That means if ES may go higher, NQ may go down, NQ may go higher, ES may go down. All this thing will happen. So if you are trying to make both market in sync, it will not happen until for the first few minutes to an hour or two. Then they will come into sync. That is what we discussed. So here 23, you can see it, bias defended 23, almost to the tick consistently, right? And this 31 area also sellers defended it, right? So we were just watching it. NQ came to yesterday's low and it defended it. See that here, this area. Also of the open, this level 576, this was a line here, so that's my pre-market level. So sellers acted right from 576 and they shorted it, and then it came back to this level and it held it, right? But we were just watching because it was a range bound. ES also same thing. Then ES broke out, right? So there could be a breakout trade here, but the location is poor. 38, it's too aggressive price to pay on a rollover day when NQ was still within morning range. Okay, so that is not a breakout trade. Yes, some people do that, those kind of breakout trades. I don't do it personally unless it is lining up with my notes, or ideas from the pre-market notes. And if you are looking for special breakout, then yes, I will take it. Otherwise I will not take it. I will wait for a pullback. Now since price went to straight to 49, 50 area and then it got rejection, then I cannot go long here. This is pullback, right? Top of this range. Why? Because NQ was close to its low. So if NQ breaks down, ES can easily break down and come here, right? So it was a 50% short here. Also, I was looking at, considering this amount of buying going on, right? Look at the internals, they were rising nicely, right? Then my intraday checkpoint was 44 here. Then hey, if buyers are so strong, let them hold it above 44, and then go higher. NQ, my checkpoint was 640, somewhere, or 540 or somewhere here, So I said, they have to hold it above it and then let them go higher, and then I may go long later on, depending on the pullback, where it pulls back and how it moves. But instead it just slides through 45 to the downside. Then I said there is a backup also around 34, 37. Then if it goes below it, yes, now sellers back in business and it will go all the way down and possibly lower. So here they held it first time, and then price went higher, right? So but I did not take it because of NQ, and then NQ also went higher, took out this morning high, right? So that could be another breakout trade, but it's again too aggressive, right? So I did not take it. Then it came down again, this time again it took out that 44. Now I was interested, I was interested that hey, yes, now I think seller has something because it's a failed breakout of this 49.50 area, So it went below 44, I was watching. Then it went below 34, 37 right here. At that time NQ was also trying to go below this, right? Below this. So if the buyers were so strong, price should not have first of all come down from here, and then after going higher, it should not have even come down here. It should have just held this 576 and then go higher. Here same thing, it should have held it this area and go higher. So now I'm ready to short. I was expecting now it to go back all the way to the lows and Q to break down. So I took this short right here, at 34 right here. And Q also I took the short even early before breakdown. Then it breakdown happened, and then I was praying that yes, it was a choppy day in the morning, please have a nice sell-off into this dream number. This was a naked dream number from yesterday. It was not being tested yesterday, that's why it became naked dream number. So today it got tested. See, so dream numbers are powerful. You can see it after a chop, the damn thing held it here. See that bounce? Again it came down, held it, and look at the price moved, right? So dream numbers are very powerful. So, and you don't want to just fight with them, fight with the dream number. So, and I was looking for this short, I was looking for a target at 427, but before that, once it broke down, I didn't want price to go above 500 area, roughly around somewhere around this area, but yesterday's lows was 496, right? So technically I want price to stay below 496 and stay below 500 or so, 450 point higher, but stay below in general. Yes, I wanted to see it goes below this 23, right? Or it stays below 31. That is my checkpoint for this short to work out. If it does anything else, I have to bail out and let it go. So here I took some profit at this 23, because internals were still up. It was a bullish eddy divergence here. See that? So I took some profit here, but most of the contracts I held it, and then it touched here at one point, and I let it go a little bit higher. Actually, I didn't want to see price going above 31 here, but since my entry was at 34, I had some room, so I let it go a little bit higher. Here also I let it go first time here. See, if you look at carefully here, see, first time it went above almost 500, like by 4 points. I let it go, and said, what, I'll hold it, my shorts. Then it went down right here, and ES also went down. So now I was happy that yes, now it's a time it will go down and take out these things, right? And then damn thing reversed on me. See here, so I immediately cut it. Here also I cut it. I didn't want to play this game. See, when sellers had a chance right here, and I am sure somebody stepped in here to short yesterday's low, same thing here, and then it reversed it, something is off. Those sellers are not strong, prices may go higher even here somewhere, or up to the VWAP and mid, and then it come down and peak, and it can do ping pong here and then go higher. All this thing can happen, rollover days. So, but I didn't want to take a chance, so I bailed out right here and right here, and then I said, what, right here I said they is screwed up now. So price is not behaving the way it's supposed to. So like both parties are active, they are just playing games. So I said I'm not going to trade it after this point onwards. So officially I did not trade it in my account after this point onwards. None of them, right? Later on, when I stopped trading, price went down, right? Here and here, correct? So I was watching, I was playing crude at that time, trading crude. So I didn't pay attention up to this point, but this was a trade. So if you are trading it, this was a trade you want to try again, but the chances are 50-50 at that point, because the way it was behaving, right? And here somebody just stepped in the VWAP, and made as usual. There are some players, they always like to trade around here, so they stepped in here, right? And then price took out this low, and then pop up, you short right here, because by the time NQ was already way below, it had a breakdown here, right? So it will now, NQ was here, most likely it will go here, that is the most possible scenario. Yes, here I thought it, but then it reversed, right? So up to now in the middle, most likely it will touch it, So here you can take a short. especially when ES was also below, trading below morning low, right? Here there was a risk because the Globex low was right around here. So it is also possible when you take this trade, you have to think, what if somebody buys it at Globex and again it goes higher and take you out? Fine, it can do that. So you do not want to give too much room. So let's say if you shorted at 23 here at this pullback, you do not want to give more than 2 points back to market for the stop. So your stop has to be at 25, and then you take it. You can try it, you know, targeting lower area this, right? Or yeah, that's the only solution, you know, this area, because most likely it will go through this 16 and 15, you know. So and then it came down actually all the way to 11, right, below this area, right? And then it pulled back, held this Globex low, came down. You're all good here, you know, it should go here, but because of NQ close to dream number or into the dream number area, this damn thing bounced, right? Bounced here, rejection, trying to go higher. Here you should be out, you know, right here. So which is this area pretty much, you know, this area. So here you can bail out, you know, at this 15, 16 area, whatever, 13, 14, if you're holding this short. And NQ, you can bail out when you see this chop around dream number. You can bail out here, and that's it. After that point onwards, I would suggest you do not bother to trade, right? Still, if someone was trading, then you can try to defend, you know, this 23, which I did actually, you know. So I was playing around with micro at that time. I was done trading crude, so I came back and checked ES, and I saw, you know what, man, it is at 23, you know. So I said, okay, let me try with micros, right? But that was not a good trade. Why? Because NQ was middle of nowhere. NQ was right around here, right? So it was not ideal setup in ES at that time, because if NQ tried to go higher here, it can easily take out, right? But still I traded it, and then price went against me, right? So I let it go little bit, you know, and then it came down, so I went out right here. Considering the important area, it may do back and forth, right? So I went out right here, and then you can see it reversed, right? So, and that's all, you know. I did not trade it after that. I did not even bother to look at the equities after that. At least I think here also I looked at it, you know, around maybe 2 o'clock or something, 150. After lunch I came back and I see, you know, man, it's at 40, you know. And look at this, see. So if you can look at this, momentum was completely below zero. AD was also liquidation kind still, right? So and then it just straight up went into this 40 area somewhere. Where is it? Here, right? So straight up into this resistance, and like it was also VWAPs also, right? So I shorted it here at 40, you know. I think NQ was also somewhere near the VWAP. Yeah, here, see that? So I shorted it, you know, not NQ but ES, and then again, you know, my stop was like 2-3 points above it, you know, micro only. I was playing around with micro, you know, just killing the time. And then because officially I was not supposed to trade anyway after that point onwards, you know, after 10:30 onwards, due to that garbage thing going on, right? So I shorted it just based off the internals and the levels, you know. And then it went into my favor for almost like 6 points, right? But that was not my goal. So I was doing micros, playing around, but you know, I was not scalping. Goal I was new low, you know, but it took me out again. So I said, fine, let it go, you know. Then here there was another trade here, you can trade it, you know. So I'm just giving you all these trades. I did not trade it, but it's like, you know, it tried to break out. This 60 is important area, 60, 65, 68, right? So it balanced it here, break down, you know, and you also did the similar thing. So you can short ES here, you know, right here on the way back up, and again look for a low, but balance, try to go higher, you bail out somewhere around here, call it a day off, you know, simple. So it was not a great day in terms of a price action, or for trading also, I would say. This was just because of the rollover effect. This was expected, this kind of behavior from the price. But still, we as a day trader, we have to try, in the morning. And if it doesn't work out, then we have to know, yes, it is indeed a rollover effect, and we have to step aside. So that's how the day ended up today. Now tomorrow, I have no clue. So we'll just wait for the closing remark. I'll put some notes there, and then I'll write something based on the overnight price action in the pre-market notes. Have a good day, folks.